Okay, I guess I'm going to talk about another concert experience, and well, it all started kind of with an argument with a good friend of mine. My friend Juan used to live with me during high school. He came from a kind of a bad household, so he always lived at my house, and we spent a lot of time together. And we one day we got in an argument over who was crazier, white people or black people, and Juan's black, so he took his side, and I'm white, I took my side, and decided to prove my point by taking Juan to a Papa Roach and Head PE concert and throw him into a heavy metal mosh pit. And so we loaded up the truck and drove out to Baltimore, Maryland, and went to this concert. And well, and the great things about about concerts is discovering an act you've never heard before, and I guess for me that was Head PE. I'd never heard of Head PE, so and get to this concert, and it was awesome. Head PE completely rocked it, and I mean everyone's having a good time. It was the first time I've ever been served a beer without being carted. There are joints being passed around, and it was just everyone's having a good time. And so Head PE comes out with this song. I never heard it before, and the guy comes out and starts screaming. He's like, "Ladies, throw your tits in the air!" Starts screaming, and all of a sudden, all these women, I mean, shirts and bras were flying all over the place. Just about every woman in the crowd was topless, and at the same time, I noticed that the mosh pit was starting up. So I grabbed Juan and I was like, "All right, buddy." So I threw him into the mosh pit. And one of the funny things about Juan was he would his voice would get really high pitched every time he'd get excited or he'd get scared. So I see Juan trying to cover up and everything in the mosh pit, screaming, "Yo, white people are crazy!" And so Head PE continues to rock it. They finished out their set, and Papa Roach comes on next after that. And I don't even know how the heck that they could possibly follow up that performance. And so Papa Roach comes out, and it's quiet, and they don't start their music. And the lead singer, Papa Roach, looks out in the audience and says, "The way you've treated the women in this crowd is objectionable." And everyone kind of looks at each other, and I never saw any woman in the crowd that was abused or forced to take her top off or anything like that. And side by side, men and women were just booing Papa Roach. Everyone who had a beer started throwing beer bottles at him, and it was almost like 300 with the skies blacked out with Bud Light bottles. And so Papa Roach storms off the stage, and then Head PE comes out and does another encore set, and it was amazing. And I was 15, and that was my first concert experience. It was a good day, and I won the bet against Juan. So that's it.